morning, this is Lauren Flynn with your daily look behind the news. I'm here with Public Safety Editor Dana Littlefield, here to talk about the closing statements, the last day of trial in the Rebecca Zahau case.
Yes.
Dana, what happened yesterday?
Well, the attorneys on both sides of the case gave their closing arguments. This case, by way of background, just a little bit, this case is about a wrongful death lawsuit involving the family of a woman by the name of Rebecca Zahau, whose body was found hanging back in July 2011 from a balcony at a mansion in Coronado. That mansion was owned by her boyfriend. The person who is accused of wrongful death in this case is Zahau's boyfriend's brother, Adam Shacknai, who was the only person, as far as we know, who was at the home at the time her body was found. And he was the one who actually called 911 that day. So way back in 2011, the county, after some investigation, determined that Zahau's death was a suicide. And her family has not accepted that. They do not believe that that is actually the case. They believe that Adam Shacknai actually killed her. And so he is not facing any criminal charges. He did not face any criminal charges related to this previously. This is a civil case, and so the family is seeking money damages in light of what they believe happened here and what they believe the evidence shows.
Right.
So that was what happened yesterday, is that the attorney for Zahau's family basically summarized what he believes the evidence shows. So there were a number of things that were discussed yesterday, but perhaps the most dramatic was this demonstration. There was a life-size mannequin that was displayed in the courtroom, apparently depicting Zahau's body hanging from the same type of red rope that the actual body was found hanging from at the mansion that day. The body was covered by a hospital gown, but Rebecca Zahau's actual body was nude when she was found. And so that's obviously a pretty, glaring sight to see in a courtroom.
I saw the picture. One of these pictures back here is that photo, and
yes,
it's disturbing.
Yes,
to say the least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so there has been quite a bit of talk throughout the trial, evidence presented by witnesses, expert witnesses, about the ropes used to bind her body. So much of that was discussed. There has been some indication, or at least it has been put forth by the plaintiff's attorney that Adam Shacknai probably knew something about the types of knots that were used to bind the body because he has a nautical background. He works as a tugboat captain. So that's one of the things that was discussed during the plaintiff's closing argument. There were other things. Basically, at the end of that argument, well, actually, I should back up. I'm sorry. So the plaintiff's family is saying this was not suicide, and they accuse Adam Shacknai of actually battering Rebecca Zahau and staging this to look like a suicide. So that was discussed. That was showed with the mannequin, of course. Clearly, Adam Shacknai denies all of this.
Right.
His attorney has said, and is expected to continue talking about this today as he continues his closing argument, talking about how there is no evidence to show he had anything to do with her death. The only involvement, and I hesitate to use that word, but the only involvement would be that he found the body and cut the body down that day before calling 911. So that's essentially what the two attorneys are laying out today. The arguments are expected to continue today, and once they wrap up, the case will go to the jury. I should say that the plaintiff's attorney, the attorney for the Zahau family, they have asked for unspecified damages, an unspecified dollar amount that would compensate the Zahau family for the loss of Rebecca Zahau's love and support and companionship.
And she was sending money to her family regularly, too.
Yes, that is the other type of damages that they are seeking. And what the attorney suggested in that case is that they provide $5,000 a year to the mother for the loss of those funds that Rebecca Zahau provided. There was one other thing that he mentioned that was interesting. When the body was found, on a door of the bedroom where the balcony is, where the body was found hanging, there was a really cryptic message that was scrawled on the door in black paint. And that message was, "She saved him, can you save her?" And that is, it may be a reference to an incident that happened at the house just a couple days before Rebecca Zahau's body was found. And that was when her boyfriend's 6-year-old son suffered a catastrophic fall from a second floor staircase landing. He ended up dying a few days later. I believe it was 6 days later. And so the attorney, when bringing up this issue, the attorney for the family, when bringing up this issue in closings yesterday, he mentioned that 1 penny should be awarded for the paint that was used to scrawl that message on the door, the misuse of Rebecca Zahau's paint. So he, of course, contends, the attorney contends, that all of these things that I've just mentioned are all part of the staging of her death. And of course, Adam Shacknai's attorney denies all of this.
Right. What is the penny? Like, why is that significant?
I don't know.
A small amount.
Yes, I don't know. Perhaps it's, a nominal amount, just maybe to make a point. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he says, if he says anything more about that today. Because after the attorney for the defendant, Shacknai, finishes his closing argument, the attorney for the plaintiff will have a chance to offer any rebuttal if he chooses to do so. So we'll see what happens today, and we'll see if the case actually goes to the jury today, which is highly likely.
All right. For more information on this case, you can go to iTunes or Stitcher or SoundCloud and look for our podcast Under the Gavel, where I am the host of that podcast, and we talk to court reporter Pauline Reppard every week. And the next episode will be coming out on Thursday. So look for that, and we will see you back here tomorrow.